environment.
Okay, sir. So in today's event, what are your expectations from today's event?
Quite a lot because the Institute for Korea and Logistics in Nigeria has a lot to do towards contributing to the economic growth of Nigeria. Apart from that, the connection between where you want to move things is critical. So the role of logistics and Korea management is extremely important in any economy, particularly for Nigeria. Logistics is extremely challenging, and every opportunity to bring participants together to discuss logistics and Korea management is a big opportunity. So I'm hopeful that quite a lot will be discussed today. There will be so many industry players, there will be government agencies, and a lot that will be here. So I'm expecting to hear more interactive conversation that will help to move this forward for the economy.
Okay, thank you. The last one. What are the changes you're expecting after today's event?
I'm expecting that there'll be more of action, much more than talking. Okay, at times there are events like this, people come to speak, panelists will speak, everybody will speak, and thereafter don't see any tangible action. My expectation is that after the session today, every player will go into taking the right action that will drive the economy beyond just gathering and talking. That's my expectation, that we will move from talking to acting that will translate into performance and result for the economy.
Dr. Sunday Adebelo.
Okay, sir. In today's event, what are your expectations from today's event?
Well, the event is talking about unlocking the potentials of logistics. Nigeria is looking for money, and that is a green area that we need to harvest. Therefore, I'm looking forward to robust discussion about how to unlock the potential of logistics industry, and I'm also hoping that government officials that will come around will be able to imbibe some of the resolutions at this conference, and at least money will begin to come into Nigeria from the area we are not even taking cognizance of. Well, policy changes. Since government is looking for money, and this is a very good area, and that's why the Korean Logistics Management Institute, they've tried their best by inviting the Vice President, the Minister of Communication, the Chairman, Senior Communication. All we need is policy change. Let the government even focus and redirect their attention to the logistic industry and see the potentials that are there and see how they can harvest it. Therefore, I'm looking forward to them doing this at the end of this conference, because a lot of professionals have been brought to discuss all these topics one by one. If you look at the profile of our panelists, you know that these are people of substance in the society. After the discussion, I'm expecting policy changes. I'm expecting that government will be able to do the needful to harvest the potentials of the logistic industry.
Of this event today is to bring about our awareness of what logistics can do, for our economy.
Thank you. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Please, I need a response. Good morning, sirs. Good morning, ma'ams. Please let me look to your right and to your left. Help me welcome the person you're opportune to be sitting with this morning. Tell the person you're welcome. Please look for the best adjective in your dictionary to describe how good looking that person is right now. Just describe the person. You're looking amazing. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to welcome us all to the 2024 International Conference and Investiture. This is powered by Korea and Logistics Management Institute, CLMI. Please, a round of applause for them. They've done a fantastic job. They've been consistent. Your clap does not show that you really appreciate what we're doing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, ladies and gentlemen, the conference is starting right about now, and it's a pleasure to be standing right in front of you. My name is Ayo Badijoko. I'm going to be your host, and I'm not doing this alone. I have a partner, not in crime, but on duty. Please help me welcome her as I invite Ms. Ndidi to please join me right here on stage. Please, a round of applause for her. I want you to welcome our people.
Good morning, everyone. We are most delighted to have you in our midst this morning, and we promise to have an amazing time today. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. You're welcome, everybody. So, ladies and gentlemen, our time is really fast spent, so please bear with us. We need to get things started and keep the events rolling right about now. So, please permit me to invite our special guests right on stage. And the first person it's my privilege to invite is the Executive Chairman of the Korean Logistics Management Institute, CLMI, the distinguished, the amazing Professor Simon Emeje. Please, a round of applause for him. Please, I want us to encourage this. You use the stairs over there. Please, let's celebrate him because he is the brain behind everything that you are seeing here today. God has used him massively and is doing so well to project Nigeria on the global stage as concerns Korea and logistics. You're welcome, sir. And I also like to also use this same opportunity to invite his beautiful wife. She is the managing director of Troop Pharmaceuticals Limited. She's the vice chairman of CLMI. Please help me welcome Dr. Pharmacist Chizomam Emeje. Please, a round of applause for her also as she joins us on stage.
We are most delighted to welcome Mr. Abe Tessa Benjamin, retired Controller General, who will be representing the Executive Governor of Benue State. Please, can we put our hands together for him? We will quickly go to recognize and welcome the former Honorable Minister of Communications, Dr. Barrister Adebayo Shitu. Please, let's put our hands together for him. Okay, we'll continue the introductions as they come, and as we're expecting quite some guests. This is Lagos, and as usual, we have some logistics issues this morning. So we'll quickly invite Mr. and Mrs. Al-Hassan Aguda, the former Managing Director, Tarpaulin Industries, West Africa. Let's put our hands together for Mr. and Mrs. Al-Hassan Aguda. They were here last year, and they are here again this year. We welcome you, sir and ma. And as usual, you're looking amazing. Please, let's put our hands together for them.
And in case you don't know, Daddy Aguda and Mommy Aguda, they are mentors, role model to the chairman of the institute. Please, let's celebrate them one more time. They've been there, and they will forever be with us by the special grace of God. So, ladies and gentlemen, also I'd like to bring up on stage the president of the Nigerian Association of Chambers and Commerce, Industry, Mines, and Agriculture, that's NASIMA. We are honored and privileged to have him with us, Dr. Shola Obadimo. Please, a round of applause for him. He's also one of the members of the panel that we'll be discussing later today. So if he's around, we'll like him definitely to join us right on stage. Also, I'd like to bring forward the president of the Nigerian British Chamber of Commerce, MBCC, Mr. Ray Ate. If he's with us, please we'd like him also to join us on stage. The keynote speaker, as soon as he's around, we'll definitely bring him to join us on stage. Today, we are supposed to have His Excellency, the Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, as the distinguished special guest of honor. But due to last-minute logistics, he couldn't meet up, but we have all his best wishes for the best of this conference. So please, in absentia, please let's celebrate and welcome in our midst the Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Senator Kashim Shettima. You're welcome. All right, so I've been reliably informed that the keynote speaker is with us, and it gives me great pleasure to bring him up on stage. He is the chairman, African Economic Summit 2024, and we're honored to have him as the keynote speaker at this year's 2024 International Conference and Investiture powered by CLMI. Please help me welcome Dr. Mazi Sam Ohabua. Please, a round of applause for him. There's someone we know. He's a patriotic Nigerian who has done so much. He's not retired and he's still doing so well, required to do so much, and definitely is going to bless us with his wealth of wisdom. Please look forward to listening to his speech later today. You're welcome, sir. Also, we're expecting the former CEO of the Nigeria Economic Summit Group, NGSC, the distinguished Professor Aya O. Aya. As soon as he's available, we'll bring him. Yes, on stage. Yes, we need you on stage, sir. Please, a round of applause for our keynote speaker. Yes, he's ever ready. You're welcome, sir. So we go on with the rest of the recognitions. Please bear with us. I'll hand over the microphone to Ndidi to please help us do justice to this.
So everyone this morning is very distinguished, and we are all very special people. So unfortunately, we all cannot be on the high table this morning because we have quite a host of distinguished people. So we will recognize our visitors as they come in because we've been getting updates on people that are present. So we'd like to invite to the front table over to my right, Captain Jojo Enrico Del Seco, the Managing Director of Primex Logistics, Lagos, Nigeria. Sir, you're welcome. Please come forward to the first table. Please, let's put our hands together for him. We recognize the CLMI Governing Council members who have honorably been the backbone behind this institute. Professor Babawale Tunde, who is unavoidably absent today, and ably represented by Associate Professor Tola Odubanjo, member of council, and he's also a panelist this morning. Can we put our hands together for him? Associate Professor Tola Odubanjo. Sir, please stand up for recognition. We appreciate your presence. Let's put our hands together for Associate Professor Tola Odubanjo. He's a member of council and he's also a panelist today. He's ably representing Professor Babawale Adetunde, who is the Provost Independent Corrupt Practices, ICPC. We recognize the presence of Dr. Sonny Allison, the founder, Red Star Express PLC. Sir, please could you stand up for recognition? Doctor, you're welcome, sir. We appreciate the presence of Dr. Shola Obabori, the Group Executive Director, Nigerian Aviation Handling Company, NACO, Lagos. We hear he's on his way. We appreciate the presence of Dr. Sunday Adebello, faculty member, Baldbridge University, Commonwealth of Dominica, West Indies, and he is the CEO, Work-Life Training Professionals, Dr. Sunday Adebello. Please stand up for recognition. Thank you very much, sir. We also honor the presence of the head Finance Department, INEC Lagos, Ma'am Catherine Wadei. Ma, please could you stand up for recognition? And if you're in the hall, please come forward. You have a seat here in front. Let's put our hands together for Madam Catherine. So we have other recognitions as well. Professor Cyril Osifo, who is the President, Pharmaceutical Society of Nigeria, PSN. Professor Cyril Osifo, please come forward for recognition. We have Dr. Ike Nawusu, who is also a panelist. He's the Chairman, Maritime. Dr. Ike Nawusu, sir, please, could you stand up for recognition? He's also a panelist, so we'll be hearing a lot from Dr. today. We look forward to that conversation, sir.
Thank you. Also, ladies and gentlemen, we are honored and privileged to have in our midst Dr. Adelano Olamilekon from Zenith Carex Express. Please a round of applause for him. If he's in the hall, you're welcome, sir. And also, we are honored to have the Chairman Board of Trustees, African International Development Organization, AIDO, and also the founder of African and Nigerian Diaspora Direct Investment Summit, United Kingdom, Prince Bimbo Robert for Lion. Please, a round of applause. Thank you very much for joining us. Ladies and gentlemen, we are honored to have the Country Director of Kuhn Foundation Learn Logistics Germany, Mr. Akut Steven. If he's in the hall, please can you just wave? All right, he's definitely going to join us in the course of the event. Ladies and gentlemen, we have one of our honorary doctorate awardees today, the Managing Director of UConnect Limited, Barrister Omomene Odike. Please a round of applause for her. Thank you very much for joining us. Ladies and gentlemen, the Chairman of Divine Doxology Institute of Management, Technology, and Governing Member of the Ballsbridge University, Honorable Professor Abba Michael Joel, is already with us. Please a round of applause for him one more time. The Nigerian representative of the African Investment Development Organization, AIDO, is the founder, the president of Uplifting Women Through Farming, UWTF, Uplifting Youth Through Agriculture, UYOTA, and the global ambassador for Royals Africa. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome Princess Ambassador Afoma Clara Oje Adigwe. Please a round of time logistics, Captain. Okay, he's already seated. You're welcome, sir. Thank you. And also, Ebere Onjoko, the DG of the Nigerian British Chambers of Commerce, is also with us. Please a round of applause for him. Thank you for joining us. Please bear with us. We have a long list, and we just want to be ensured that everybody is duly recognized. The CEO of Infrastructure Corporation of Nigeria, InfraCorp, Dr. Lazarus Angbazo. Please a round of applause for him. Thank you very much for joining us. We have the distinguished Professor Augustine A. Owakwe, is the Vice Chancellor of Gogri University and the Professor Chair occupant. Please let's celebrate him and welcome him to our midst. We have the wife of the Doctor of the Bishop, Dr. Ward-Based Assembly, Reverend Uda Erumaka. Thank you very much for joining us. The Vice Chancellor of Trinity University is with us, Professor Clement Kolawole. Please a round of applause for him. Thank you for joining us. We have the CEO and the consultant, the Talent Hospital, Specialist Hospital, Dr. Sunday Bolorun-Duro. Please let's celebrate him. Let's celebrate him a big deal. Thank you very much for joining us. Ladies and gentlemen, we are also honored to have in our midst the President Association of Licensed Customs Agents of Nigeria, ANLCA, Mr. Emenike Onwokeji. Please a round of applause for him. Thank you very much for joining us. The Chairman CEO of Libra Cycle Limited and the former Vice Chairman, Exports Group, Nigerian British Chambers of Commerce, MBCC, Mr. Bimbola Folabi Oladapo, is with us. Let's put hands together for him. Thank you for joining us. And we're honored to have Mr. Oluwasegun Ayenugba. He's an agric economist, a public advisor, and also a clergy. Is with us today. Please, a round of applause for him. You're welcome, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, the President Association of Nigerian Courier Operators, ANCO, Mr. Oke Uba, is with us. Please, a round of applause for him. Thank you very much for joining us. The Western Orthodox University, Florida, Professor Joseph Adebayo Kunle is with us. A round of applause for him. Thank you very much for joining. Ladies and gentlemen, it looks as if we are tired of clapping. Should we just postpone it? Please, let's honor these people. These are the people that make the Institute very thick, and we want to give them their due recognition. Please bear with us. A round of applause for everybody I've called so far. Let's give them that due celebrated welcome. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, we're also honored to have the Director, Board of Transmission Corporation of Nigeria, TNC, and the Chairman, Board of Regency, Alliance Insurance PLC, Mr. Clement Omaize Baye. Please a round of applause for him. Thank you very much for joining us. We're honored to have the CEO of New Heights Pharmaceuticals, one of the biggest wholesale and distribution brand in Nigeria, pharmacist Omaroye Ogenel Chuko. Please a round of applause for him. Thank you very much for joining us. We have the Managing Director of Swift Korea and former President of ANCO, Mr. Tony Olufade, is with us today. And also, ladies and gentlemen, the Managing Director of Grace Johnson Pharmaceuticals, Mr. Agu Joseph Eke. A round of applause for him, is with us today. Ladies and gentlemen, the Managing Director of Oma Logistics, His Royal Highness Eze Chukwemeka Silvanus Onwa, is with us today. Please a round of applause for him. Thank you very much for joining us. And also a former consultant to the National Assembly Committee, Korea Logistics Operator, and a seasoned administrator, Honorable Fuad Oki, is with us today. Please a round of applause also for joining us. Please, ladies and gentlemen, to cap everything up, a big and a resounding round of applause for every one of us that have honored this invitation to be part of the 2024 conference for this year. Please celebrate yourselves. Can we make some noise? Come on. Yes. You are a VIP, and we do not take your coming for granted. So when we have more names, definitely we'll do more recognitions in the course of the event. So ladies and gentlemen, once again, it's a pleasure to be standing in front of you as your anchor person with my partner, and we wish us a fantastic deliberation today. So ladies and gentlemen, officially welcome to the 2024 International Conference and Investiture powered by Korea Logistics Management Institute. Welcome. So can we rise on our feet as we take the national anthem? And afterwards, we move to the CLMI anthem. So ladies and gentlemen, in case you are not sure which anthem we are singing, we have somebody to coordinate and help us through this journey. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome one of the best singers in the land. He sang for us last year, and we are honored and privileged to have him sing again this year. Please welcome Mr. Christopher as he takes us with the national anthem.
Nigeria, we hail thee, our old and native land. Don't try and tongues may differ, in brotherhood we stand.
Nigerians all are proud to serve our sovereign motherland. Our flag shall be our symbol that truth and justice reigns. In peace or battle honored, and this we count as gain. To hand unto our children a banner without stain.
The last stanza.
O God of all creation, grant this our one request. Help us to build a nation where no man is oppressed, and so with peace and plenty Nigeria may be blessed.
The pledge. Pledge to Nigeria, my country, to be faithful and honest, to serve Nigeria with all my strength,
to defend her
and
unity and
uphold
uphold
and
our
honor and
glory.
glory.
So help me God. Amen.
The CLMI anthem.
So we go. CLMI, CLMI, Korea and logistics, we are the first and we've come to stay. CLMI, Korea and logistics, we are the first, and we've come to stay. CLMI, yes, we're the first, never the last. Yes, we stand up tall, we are the best. We are rising to new heights, we are setting the pace. CLMI, forging new path. CLMI will never die. National development, building capacity. CLMI.
Thank you. Please a round of applause for him. Thank you, Christopher, for that fantastic delivery. Please, may we have a seat? Thank you very much. In case you don't know, I taught him how to sing. If you want to sing like him, just see me and then we'll discuss. Don't forget, we need to promote Nigeria. I won't collect dollars, pay naira. And you'll be a better singer. Thank you, Christopher, for that fantastic delivery. So, ladies and gentlemen, while that was going on, so I would like to specially recognize the president of NASIMA, which is the Nigerian Association of Chambers of Commerce, Industry, Mine, and Agriculture. We are honored to have the president with us, Dr. Shola Oladimo. Please a round of applause as we welcome him to sit with us on the high table. You're welcome, sir. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, we need to manage time, so bear with us. Up next is the opening remarks. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, we are honored to have in our midst the Group Director of Flour Mills, Nigeria, Mr. Cephas. Please a round of applause for him. And I would like him to please join us at this front table. Please, ushers, please, I would like you to bring Mr. Cephas. Please, Mr. Cephas, can you wave so we can recognize where you are? He's seated at the back. Please, let's bring him forward. You're welcome. Please, a round of applause for him from Flour Mills, Nigeria. Thank you very much for joining us. So up next is the opening remarks by the welcome address by the Executive Chairman of the Korea Logistics Management Institute, CLMI. Before we do that, I think you need to know this man. He's someone that should be on every billboard in Nigeria because he's sacrificing a lot to put us in that global picture. So we have a citation to be read by a faculty member of Bosbridge University and the CEO of Work-Life Training Professionals. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome on stage Dr. Sunday Adebello as he comes to read the citation of the Executive Chairman of CLMI. Please, a round of applause for Dr. Sunday Adebello.
I can call on Professor Emeje. Okay. I can say, please stand up and remain standing. You know, you don't do that in Yoruba. You tell your father, Baba Edide, Kede Dide Duro, until I'm through with what I want to say. But that's what I'm just doing now. Papa, stand up and remain standing till I finish what I'm doing. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to read the citation of distinguished Professor Simon Emeje. Simon Emeje is a professor of logistic management with specialty in Korea, logistic and transport management from Swiss School of Management in Rome, Italy, and Limburg Graduate School of Business in the Netherlands. Ladies and gentlemen, Professor Emeje is the first professor in the world with this specialty to combine logistics, Korea, and transport management. The Swiss School of Management is the fourth among the world top 10 schools of management in global ranking and second among the European top 10 schools of management. Samuel Emeje is a distinguished university professor, the highest academic attainment of Korea and logistic management at Bosbridge University, and a representative member of the International Research Expert Advisory Committee of Bosbridge University, chartered by Commonwealth of Dominica Art in West Indies, and accredited by the IAO Board of Quality Standards, that's BQS, INCAI, GAP, and so many other accreditation bodies. Bosbridge University is one of the top 6 universities in the Commonwealth of Dominica, West Indies. Simon Emeje holds PhD in political science with specialty in public policy. Maybe that's why he's doing a lot of things to influence public policy from the prestigious University of Ibadan. I know our former minister is always very, very at home with that. Nigeria. Okay, no, it's from OAU. Great, okay. Because I know there was a time we met at Ibadan, sir, and it was like a contest. But I think Unilag is still very good, sir. He also has MSc in Public Administration from University of Benin, Great Benin, in Benin City, and BSc in Political Science from Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria, Nigeria. Prof went to almost all the first grade federal universities in Nigeria. We can clap. If you want to clap, clap. It's not easy. Professionally, Prof is a fellow of the Nigerian Institute of Management, patron member of the Lagos Aviation and Logistics Institute, fellow of the Institute of Corporate Administration, fellow of the Korea and Logistics Management Institute, fellow of the Chartered Institute of Logistics and Transport, fellow of the African Center for Supply Chain, and so many other fellows that we don't want to bore you with. He was awarded a Chartered Fellow of Bosbury University in recognition of his academic excellence in Korean logistics management. He is also a Fellow of the Board of Quality Standard, a Justice of Peace, and a member of the International Advisory Council Governing Board of the Board of Quality Standard, responsible for the overall control of the international organization. Bosbury University is an independent and quality, Board of Quality Standard is an independent quality assurance regulator, accreditation and certification body for ISO standard curriculum management development institution worldwide, and a member of the International Quality Assurance Agency for Higher Education in CAI, with about 159 countries as signatories to the Board of Quality Standard. Prof is also a fellow of the Institute of Chartered Professionals and so many other professional bodies. When we look at it from the international or national work experience, Professor Emeje was the director of Nigerian Postal Institute in January 2019. He was the pioneer head of Korea Regulatory Department for 16 years of the Nigerian Postal Service, which regulates Korea operations in Nigeria. He was the chairman of Pan-African Postal Union Work Group on Postal Policies and Regulation in Africa, which reviewed the constitution of the Universal Postal Union, specialized agency of the United Nations in charge of world postal affairs to determine the position of Africa, and which developed the action plan for PAPU from 2013 to 2016. Ladies and gentlemen, other international and national position held and still holding by this professor is one, chairman of West African Postal Council, work group on postal reform and network profitability of postal operators in West Africa, executive chairman, Korean Logistics Management Institute, the first and the only current institute in the world with the combination of logistics, Korea, and transport management, chairman, editorial board of Journal of Communication, the journal presented to us today. You will see how beautiful it is and how rich the content. And is also the executive chairman of Troop Communication, an organization with focus on national revenue generation, national restiveness, financial development, postal reform, agriculture, and art. Is the chairman, True Pharmacy Limited, and is member, Board of Governors, Bosbury University, Roseau, Commonwealth of Dominica, West Indies. He's also a member of the Advisory Cabinet and Office of Legal Advisor to the State of Ireland. Prof has published numerous articles, books, seminars, and according to what I have here, what the writer of this citation could only capture is that Prof has has made over 700 presentations. But to me, I believe Prof has lost count of the presentations he has made. We can jam our heart together, please. Therefore, ladies and gentlemen, it's my honor to respectively call on Professor Simon Emeje, a trailblazer, an academic giant, an astute professional, a simple, intelligent, but dogged professor of unique combination, and the executive chairman of Logistics and Korea Management, to please deliver his welcome address. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody here. I think I have a very big task here, and thank you for listening to my story. There is no way I will be able to welcome everybody without mentioning just few names at least. If I start mentioning all of us, it's just like the MC was introducing and recognizing people. I'm sure he had a task of how to shorten the list. So he gave us just few names we could call. But I want to tell you that everybody seated here is recognized. And we have a long list. It's just that we have to call some names to represent us all through. We hide under those names to do whatever we have to do. I welcome all of us here, and permit me also to welcome the people by my left, beginning with our Oga here, Dr. Shola, the Director General of NASIMA. I welcome you, sir. You see, you permit me to do this because I know all of us are tight in our schedules. And I won't say some people are tighter or something. But out of the very, very tight schedules, he flew from Abuja this morning to catch up with us. And actually, we were waiting for some personalities like this that when we have them, we take off. We welcome you, sir. We do not take for granted. I won't tell you, maybe later, you go to our brochure, you will read more about him. All the citations of everybody here, those who are supposed to be awarded one thing or the other, they are all in the brochure. You read more of them. We welcome you. And we want to welcome our keynote speaker. This man also is another man with so many titles that I will not be able to recount here. Out of a very tight schedule too, he's here. He was a former president of Pharmaceutical Society of Nigeria. He's the chairman too, currently, of African Economic Summit 2024. Let me quickly say this. Maybe he would not like to hear this, but he was a presidential aspirant for presidential election in 2023, the election that brought our current president. I think we should clap hand for him. We welcome you, sir. We thank you for coming to our midst. Next to him is our former Minister of Communications. This man, each time I think of him, my heart melts. It melts in great joy. He's a patron of the Institute. A very amiable, very sacrificial. I've met somebody who is too grateful for everything. Very appreciative of everything around him. Even when you think some things are bad that he should frown at, he will still express his gratitude for such things. Sir, we don't take you for granted. We appreciate you. The Institute appreciates you so much. And you are welcome, sir. Okay. The chairman of this occasion today is seated next to him, a distinguished university professor. He's an elder statesman. He has also so many titles. If you think me standing here, if you think I have one or two more titles, there are some people here that have chains of titles. He's an elderly, I don't know the words to use to express, to qualify him. He's a father. He's a distinguished professor, a former CEO of Nigerian Economic Summit Group. He's our chairman today. Sir, I don't want to expose your age, sir. But if I tell you he's very, very young man, I'll hide that for now. Maybe you give me permission to disclose that to you. And you are welcome, sir. And over there, over my seat, is my wife. And I want us to help me thank her. You know. Because he's what I am. He's where I am. He's who I am. Without her, I wouldn't have been able to do what I'm doing. So my ups and my downs, like we say the up sittings and the down sittings, she's always there with me. I'm very grateful and I thank you. Next to her is our distinguished guest. Sir, if you don't mind, I want you to stand up. I'm not commanding you, sir. We're supposed to have the governor of Benue State in our midst today. But somehow, unavoidably, it was not possible for him. I was with him yesterday when the governor sent a message that, look, the way it is, he will not be able to make it. And that he must wear his cap for him. So the man standing here is not only representing the governor of Benue State, but his own personal background is intimidating. You need to sit down and listen to this man. He's the brain behind the automation of customs in Nigeria. All the Ascuda plus pre-shipment, Form M, and all the processes you can think of in customs. The man standing here initiated all of those technologies. I think we should clap for him. Sir, we are very grateful to have you. And we will not let you go. You have become part of us, and you remain. So while we welcome you as your own person, we also welcome you as a person wearing the Excellency's cap. So Your Excellency, sir, we are grateful to have you. Thank you. I want to quickly say why the Vice President is not here with us. Is, at this level, even themselves at times will not be able to predict the next minute what will come for them. And you can see that there is no representation. The reason was because it was like, I'll make it. And at the 11th hour, it became impossible for him to be here. So on the behalf of the Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, I tender this apology for him. And I want us to clap for him for the fact that he is identifying with us here already. And Your Excellency, you will cover up all the excellencies for us from Benue State. Thank you, sir. And next to him there, you see, I call them my parents because there is an adage that you must remember where rain beat you. If you grow up and you do not remember where rain beat you or some beat you, you must be a foolish child. Am I right? Those two people there are like my parents. When I was an applicant right here in Lagos, walking the streets of Lagos, trekking from CMS to Apapa, trekking from CMS to Festac, those who know that distance. As an applicant, no job. And I was joyfully doing that. And I could count electric poles on streets and tell you if you count 5 poles, you'll get to so place. Because I got used to all the roads. At that time, these two people you are seeing were my saviors. When I walk, very hungry, no motor, no money for transport, and no food to eat, I'll walk into his office at Apapa, Tarpaulin Industries. I'll sit down, he'll give me drink, buy me meat pie, buy me this. You wouldn't know that one meat pie at that time was like a very big continental dish for me, because that might be my meal for that day. And I said, I will never forget these people. And I don't want to forget them. And I will not forget them. I welcome you, sir. Welcome, ma. You know. Mr. and Mrs. Aguda. That's the name. Yeah. Your Excellencies, let me tell you, if I don't give you a picture of this crowd, it will not be fair on me, because as you are looking at everybody here, they represent quite some specific groups. And we need to know the structure of this gathering so that we can appreciate this gathering and be able to say whatever we want to say that will help this industry out. Because this industry needs a lot of help. A lot of personalities are seated here. And they will give us certain statements that we'll take home here and there. A number of them have been introduced already. And let me just welcome them again as part of my welcome speech. You know, we have here Prince Bibo Roberts Folaya. Can you stand up for us to see you, sir? You know, this man you are seeing in our midst today, I won't say he's not just an ordinary man. He's one of us, but he's a great man. He's the chairman of the board of trustees of African International Development Organization, headquarters in London. He has seriously moved the diaspora to a very high extent, wherein he founded the Diaspora Direct Investment Summit and Nigerian Direct Investment Summit. Successfully, huge success. I want us to clap well for him. We are glad to have you here. He put this as part of his agenda. He came all the way from London. And we are not taking you for granted. We would like you to make a statement today for you, for us later, but we just want to welcome you. By him there is Captain Jojo, a veteran logistician, and he has equally done a lot in logistics. A sailor, and being with us here